Welcome to English literature class, my dear students of class 11th. Now I'm going to start the last scene of Act 3, Act 3, Scene 3. This is the last act and well as last scene of the portion of this year examination. Here what happens, listen in this scene. Alonso and his company, tired out with searching for Ferdinand, because Alonso thinks that Ferdinand has drowned. For Ferdinand, hear a solemn music. They are searching. Alonso and his company, tired out with searching for Ferdinand, hear a solemn music and see several strange shapes bearing in a banquet. Before they can touch the food, the banquet vanishes. Another of Prospero's magic tricks. Ariel confronts the three men of sin. Alonso rushes away distracted, followed by Antonio and Sebastian. All three are under Prospero's spell, Prospero's magic. Scene 3. Another part of the island. Enter Alonso, Sebastian, Antonio, Gonzalo, Adrian, Francisco and others. Adrian and Francisco are the lords. Gonzalo says to Alonso, by lurking, I can go no further, sir. My old bones ache. Here's a maze trod, indeed, through forthrights and meanders. By your patience, I needs must rest me. Gonzalo says, I swear by Virgin Mary that I can go no further. I am unable to go any further. My old bones, as he is very old person, he says, my old bones are aching. There is pain in my old bones. We have walked through a maze. We have walked through a place where man loses his way. Maze means a place where a man loses his way. So he says, we have walked through a maze, confusing way, sometimes in straight paths and sometimes in circles. With your permission, I will take some rest. Alonso says, O Lord, I cannot blame thee, who am myself attached with weariness to the dulling of my spirits. Sit down and rest. Even here I will put off my hope and keep it no longer for my flatterer. He is drowned, whom thus we stay to find, and the sea mocks our frustrate search on land. Well, let him go. Alonso says he is desperate, he is rejected. He says, O Lord, I cannot blame you. I myself am fatigued. I am also tired. And so my faculties, my organs of the body have become dull. Sit down and rest. Now I give up the hope. I give up the hope. I will no longer allow the hope to flatter me. I will not allow my hope to flatter me. My son, to find whom we are wandering about, is likely drowned in the sea. He assured himself that his son Ferdinand has drowned in the sea. And all searching was in vain, futile. The sea which holds him seems to laugh at us. Seemingly, it seems that the sea is laughing at us for looking for him on land. For looking for him on land. We are searching him. We are searching Ferdinand on land. Therefore, the sea is mocking at us. Because the sea has swallowed him. Let us give him up as lost. Let us give him up as lost. Antonio says, aside to Sebastian, I am right glad that he is so out of hope. Alonso says to Sebastian, I am glad that Alonso has lost hope of finding his son. He lost his hope. Do not for one repulse forego the purpose that you resolve to effect. Do not give up your plan. Do not hesitate to go ahead just because you have failed once. If you are failed once, don't desperate yourself. Don't hesitate to go ahead. Do whatever is in your mind. Sebastian says, aside to Antonio, the next advantage will we take thoroughly. Sebastian says to Antonio, the next opportunity, the next chance we will utilize thoroughly. We will not miss, we are not going to miss the chance, the next chance. Antonio aside to Sebastian, let it be tonight. The plan should be done. The plan should be utilized tonight. For now they are oppressed with travel. They will not nor cannot use such vigilance as when they are fresh. Antonio says to Sebastian, let it be tonight. Our plan must be executed tonight. Being tired of the journey, they are not as vigilant, as observant as when they are fresh. Because they are fully tired and fatigued. So they will not be vigilant. Sebastian says aside to Antonio, I say tonight no more. I say we will carry out the plan tonight. Say no more. I don't want to listen anything. Solemn and strange music. Alonso says, what harmony is this? My good friends, hark. What music is this? My good friends, listen. Gonzalo says, marvelous sweet music. Enter Prospero above, invisible. Enter several strange shapes, bringing in a banquet. They dance about in with gentle actions of salutation and inviting the king and others to eat. They depart. Here, enter Prospero invisible, enter several strange shapes, carrying trays for a feast. They dance around the trays and dishes with the gestures of greeting and inviting the king and others to start eating. They depart. Alonso says, give us kind keepers, heavens, what were these? O God, send us good angels to protect us. What were these? They are afraid to see the shapes and spirits. Sebastian says, a living drollery. Now I will believe that there are unicorns, that in Arabia there is one tree, the phoenix throne, one phoenix at the are reigning here. Sebastian says, unicorn is a mythical beast resembling a horse or deer with a single horn. Unicorn. Sebastian says, it is a puppet show, drollery, living drollery. It is a puppet show with living persons. Now I will believe that there are unicorns. I also believe now that in Arabia, on one tree, there lives a bird known as phoenix. As phoenix, the tree is throne. The tree is a throne for the bird who reigns there like a monarch. Antonio says, I will believe both. And what does else want credit? Come to me, and I will be shown. That is true. Travelers never did lie, though fools at home condemn them. Antonio says, I believe in the existence of both unicorn and phoenix. I believe in the existence of both. And if there is any other story that is not believed, let it be narrated to me, and I will swear that it is true. The stories of travelers are always true, no matter how the foolish people who have never traveled disbelieve them. Because after seeing the unicorn and phoenix, they started believing anything. After seeing the spirits, they started believing on phoenix as well as unicorns, though they are a mythical beast. Gonzalo says, if in Naples I should report this now, would they believe me? If I should say I saw such islanders, for sirs, these are people of the island, who, though they are of monstrous shape, yet note, their manners are more gentle kind than of our human generation. You shall find many, nay, almost any. Gonzalo says, people in Naples would disbelieve me if I narrate our experience to them. If I narrate the experience, what we saw here on this island, if I say that I saw the natives of this island, if I say that I saw the natives of this island, and the natives here have monstrous shapes, and if I were to add that the manners of the natives are civil and more gentle than those of many people of our race, such statements would not be believed in Naples. Prospero aside said, honest Lord, thou hast said well, for some of you there present are worse than devils. Prospero says to himself, honest Lord Gonzalo, you have spoken well, because some persons present here are worse than devils. Some persons. He wants to indicate the person here, Alonso, Sebastian, and Antonio. Alonso says, I cannot too much muse such shapes, such gestures, and such sound, expressing, although they want the use of tongue, a kind of excellent dumb discourse. Alonso says, I cannot wonder too much at such shapes, such gestures, such sounds, and such expressions. Although they lack the ability to speak, they are unable to speak something. But I cannot wonder too much at such shapes, gestures, sounds, and expressions. Although they lack the ability to speak, they convey their meaning through gestures. Prospero aside, praise in departing. Prospero says, be careful how you praise. Francisco says, they vanished strangely. those shapes disappeared in a mysterious way. Sebastian says, no matter, since they have left their viands behind, for we have stomachs, we will please you taste of what is here. Sebastian says, doesn't matter, since they have left the food behind and we are all hungry. Will it please you to taste what is here? Alonso says, not I. I will not taste this food. Gonzalo says, faith, sir, you need not fear. When we were boys, who would believe that there were mountaineers developed like bulls whose throats had hanging at them wallets of flesh, or that there were such men whose heads stood in their breasts? How now we find each putter out of 5, for one will bring us good warrant of. Gonzalo said, truly, sir, you should have no fear, no need, no need to show fear. When we were young, nobody believed that there were a strange mountain people. They were said to have huge masses of flesh hanging at their throats, which looked like bags to carry tools. These masses of flesh looked like a big hump on bulls hanging at their necks. Nobody believed then that there were men who had heads in their chests. Now we hear stories with proofs given by every traveler who has traveled abroad after taking loans with an interest. Alonso says, I will stand to and feed although my last, no matter, since I feel the best is past. Brother, my lord, the duke, stand to and do as we. Alonso says, okay, I will get ready and eat. Even although this would be my last meal, because since I feel the best part of my life is over. There is no interest. I have no interest in my life. Brother, my lord, the duke, you also follow my example and start eating. Thunder and lightning enter Ariel like a harpy, claps his wings upon the table, and with a quaint device the banquet vanishes. Thunder and lightning enter Ariel here like a harpy. Like a harpy, he strikes his wings upon the table, and with a clever device the feast disappears. And what happens after? I want to tell you what is harpy. A new word for you. Harpy, a mythical monster with the body of a woman and the wings and claws of a bird. Harpy, a mythical monster with the body of a woman and the wings and claws of a bird. Now Ariel has changed himself into a harpy. And what happens? You will see in my last video of Act 3, Scene 3 tomorrow. Thank you, student. Thank you so much. If you have any problem, please ask me.